Okay, I had to stop the video here because I had a phone call from an insurance company. I wanted to make sure that we had insurance. And so, forgive me, we kind of lost some stuff here, but we're starting right over where we left off. Getting back to the hay baler, I think we mentioned about the pickup and stuff, and the twine, and all the other stuff that's there. It holds quite a bit of, twine here. It's in that case. It's got an air compressor. That's the air tank up there. That's the air tank up there, and that automatic blows the knotters off to keep stuff going. If you're going to be in the hay business, you better learn how to work on knotters and fix your hay equipment. And I like the baler a lot. It's fantastic. The frame has got sensors on it to maintain the pressure on the baler. If the hay's too tough or get too big of a wad, it'll let loose, and so it don't ruin it. We got a monitor in the cab. I do not have a liquid spray acid on there. The main reason I didn't like it is when I choked up, I had to be working in the acid. This was a lot more friendlier to me as far as helping the hay heat up, and what I liked about it, it kind of prevented the hay from heating up or having that silage look to the hay, because I got to sell the hay to the horse people. So I put this on when my hay's in about 17 to 25% moisture, and then I take the bales and I lay them out here and I let them go through a heat, and then we restack them up. So that tells about on that part there. We use this tractor to run it, and the articulating tractor stays on the curves and stuff like that. So I appreciate that part of it. I just mentioned the insurance. It takes insurance to pay for this building equipment. I designed the building with the eaves to let air out. I also designed it with the concrete being up so nothing can bore its way in, no rotten boards. Made this extremely strong. One of the things of it is I didn't put the mouse guard on here, but any moisture it's trapped between this tin, it can drip out, so it ain't like it's getting rusty, because I knew that hay would get behind the building. But I put the mouse guard on top, so when the wind comes, it don't blow water up over the top and back down. And the roof is galvalume, so it reflects the heat. And I don't know, for some reason all the white roofs on buildings seem to be taken off. So basically, some of the things that the kids ask me about, why you got in the hay business, well, I kind of grew up with it and nobody wanted to be messing with it. And I really wanted a good hay baler, and I got that because we had when a hay baler breaks, you got to carry all the hay. So with my experience of putting up hay, I just found a passion for it. And I really enjoyed the customers there. I started out with small squares and delivered the hay, and just a lot of nice people that I ran across there. Now it's changed quite a bit. We had the racetrack, we just kept growing. And then basically what hurt the racetrack is the gambling boats came in and hurt them, and they could get going again being on it. That was a big industry for the hay in this area. And then the dairy farmers, of course the dairy farmers have been hurting with the milk price. And then the marginal hay, there we sell to beef cattle and stuff like that. And then anything that we don't feel that we're proud to sell to our customer, we keep it and feed it to our own cattle. So we feed our own thing. One of the other things, believe it or not, I did sow alfalfa with this planter, and we're experimenting on it. I didn't go too far with it because if I filled this thing up, I'd have quite a few thousands of dollars of hay seed. Alfalfa seed's expensive, and I only did it with a few rows, and I'm just experimenting with that, and I'll probably continue to experiment with it. With the sorghum sedan grass, I used Milo plates and went in and I since they're 15-inch rows, I went in and doubled it with, went over the field twice with the planter, and that worked really well. One thing of it is with this planter, I was able to get through a lot of neighbors' gates with it because it was it's 12 feet wide going down the road. And most of the no-till drills going down the road are over 15 or 16 feet, and couldn't get through the gates and stuff with it. So I was able to get through the gates with this planter, and then I had perfect true depth control with these markers and stuff on, or row units being on it. So that's one of the big pluses that I have on that. The kids asked a lot of good questions, you know, and about the fire. If there wasn't any fires, and I've seen lightning struck barns where hay was in it and helped put them out. And if a piece of equipment would, we keep this stuff pretty far away from the stacked stuff on the equipment right now. And looking at that part, I wanted to get back here. You know, in the end, Alpha-Rex is the quality of the seed, and these people have done a lot, and the weather has been a big issue. And I can't stress that enough about the weather, how much it hurts and sets people back. But Alpha-Rex right now, if you can get your orders in before June, we can save $25 on the Tier 1 seed, which is the very best, and then the second part of it, we can save up to $15 a bag. And I strongly recommend that if you're planning on planting the seed, to get it now, because there's a lot of issues in different parts of the country. They're still waiting to see how good the hay crop turns out. And I think there'll be more than plenty enough alfalfa seed. We are run out or sold out of the sorghum Sudan grass, and there's a couple of the new numbers that's getting on tight supply that they've got out. And like I said, this crop is for 4 or 5 years, so if you can just take your time and get the ground work right, plant it, don't rush it in because it's going to rain or whatever. We're going to plant until the middle of May here with alfalfa seed. It might be late. I like to plant in the spring. Normally I plant oats and alfalfa in February, but it snowed this year, we couldn't do it. And we're going to stow some oats with our alfalfa yet because I'm putting it on clay hills. It's just something to grow, got a little bit extra there, we're going to cut back. And another thing too, by planting it later, we're going to be cutting back. I mainly do 30 pounds of seed there, being on it. Lisa, I'm going to have to stop, my eye is killing me.
I'm sorry, okay.